Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are having a program, Qur'an with Maryam, and we have our beloved Sheikh, Yusuf Estes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah, this is a great chance for me to get introduced by you. Usually I try to introduce the guests, but I like that. This is Quran with Maryam, and I'm her guest on the program today. At Guidance TV, we like to encourage our youth, our youngsters, to be involved in the programs and to be part of what we're doing. Because as they get more involved in Islam, learning Quran, and then putting it into practice, then the more that we can look for a better future. Because without our youth, we don't really have a future. So this is why it's imperative for us. It is not an option. We must be involved with our youngsters. That's why we have so many programs for our youth on Guidance TV. Now, Quran with Maryam is a regular program we have, but this is sort of a special that we're doing here in the masjid. Got a lot of kiddos with us today. And I think we should start out with telling them about stuff you should do with some du'as, with sleep, things like that. What do you think?
Yes, sure. I want to tell you 3 du'as that I recently learned. And before that, I want to tell you a very shocking fact about sleep. Sleep is a minor death. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Wait a minute, sleep is a minor death?
Yes.
Whoa, we should have a dua for that.
Yeah, we have a dua for that. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do you know we take your soul while you are asleep? When we wake up, Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala sends our soul back and we are awake. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse 42 of Surah Zumar, الله يتوفى الأنفس حين موتها والتي لم تمت في منامها فيمسك التي قضى عليها الموت ويرسل الأخرى إلى أجل مسمى إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون.
MashaAllah, what does it mean?
It means sleep is a small death. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala takes our soul away at the time of death. And He takes our soul of those who haven't died in their sleep. So He keeps the soul of those in their sleep death have been written for them. And for the others, He sends the soul back for them, but only for a fixed amount of time.
So whenever we're sleeping, we're like really out, does that mean Allah has our soul and then He can give it back to us and then we wake up, right?
Yes.
That's kind of scary. Is there some du'as we should make before we go to sleep or after we wake up?
Yeah, we should say before we sleep or before we close our eyes, we should say, In amsakta nafsi farhamha. If you take my soul while I am asleep, then forgive it. وَإِنْ أَرْسَلْتَهَا فَاحْفَظْهَا بِمَا تَحْفَظُ بِهِ عِبَادَكَ الصَّالِحِينَ. And if you send me my soul back, then protect it with the same protection you protect your righteous slaves by.
MashaAllah. I grew up hearing a little prayer, something like that, from Christians. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Have you heard about this one? It's simple, but it's similar. I would like to know, do we have anything in Islam that when we wake up, we should say something?
Yes, there is some du'as that we should say when we wake up. We should say, Alhamdulillahi alladhi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhi nushur. That's one of the du'as that we should say when we wake up from our sleep.
Do you know the meaning of it in English?
Let me think. I think I know, but I forgot.
I do that all the time. But I have an excuse. I'm old. Your excuse is you're cute. But when you wake up in the morning, we're saying something, Alhamdulillah, which means thanks to Allah, right?
Yes.
That He put my soul back into me, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We're glad when Allah wakes us back up because it gives us another day to do good deeds and to be forgiven by Allah for the mistakes. Well, now that gives us something to think about, and we'll be right back after this short break. So don't you go away. Stay right there for more Quran with Maryam.
We're back on Quran with Maryam program. Sheikh, would you like to know the greatest ayah in the Holy Quran, Ayatul Kursi?
Ayatul Kursi, this is where is that in the Quran?
It's ayah number 255 in Surah Al-Baqarah.
The second chapter of the Quran?
Yes.
And you know it?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, you know the whole Quran. Okay, let's hear it.
Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard man dhal ladhi yashfa'u 'indahu يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
MashaAllah. This ayah is so powerful that if a person reads it in the morning, or if he reads it at night, then it's something special. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Tell us.
Then there will be a guard from Allah, and that guard will be protecting us, and Shaitan will not be able to come near us until dawn.
So if I go to sleep at night and I just read Ayatul Kursi, I have Allah protecting me till the sun comes up. And if I read it in the morning, then until the sun goes down, Allah protected me. Is that right?
Yes.
I like that. I love that surah. Do you know some more things about this surah? This ayah, sorry. It's the Ayatul Kursi, yeah. More about the ayah?
I know it's the most greatest ayah in the Holy Qur'an, and it's also one of my favorite ayahs.
Do you know why it's called Ayatul Kursi?
No.
Because it has the word kursi. Wasi'a kursiyuhu samawati wal ard. Do you know what a kursi is?
A chair?
A chair. Now, some people thought it was the verse of the throne, but that word in Arabic is arsh. So the word kursi could mean a chair or a stool. So somebody at the time of Muhammad said, "Is this the arsh of Allah?" He said, "No. It sits in front of the arsh of Allah, but it's like a ring in the desert. Because it's so small in front of the arsh of Allah that it's like a tiny ring in the whole vast desert. You'd never find it, right?" Well, guess what? The sub-narrator of this hadith said, and the whole universe that we live in, all of the hayat dunya, everything in the life of this world, the whole universe, compared to the kursi, is like a ring in the desert. Are you ready? I'm going to tell you something that will scare you. We imagine we're big. And we look at a tree, we say, no, the tree is bigger. But the mountain's bigger than the tree. But the moon is bigger than the mountain. And the solar system is bigger than our sun. And the Milky Way is bigger than the whole thing. And the universe, the whole universe, we think is, whoa, it's everything. But in front of the kursi of Allah, the universe is nothing but a ring in the desert. But the kursi in front of the arsh is like a ring in the desert. So how small are we? And then it says, وَلَا يَعُودُهُ حِفْظُهُمَ وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. And Allah, He is what? He never gets tired. He never gets weary of taking care of all of it. And He is mighty, majestic, and over all. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. We have to have some sound effects from the audience here.
Allahu Akbar.
One more time.
Allahu Akbar.
Is Allah greater or what? Allahu Akbar. Okay, but I think you have another one for us too. What else do you have for me?
I have the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah.
Wait a minute, that's the same surah. Surah Baqarah. We just did ayah 255, so you're going to give me 285 and 286, right?
Yes.
That's the end of it, right? I think I memorized it too, but let me hear it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. A lot of times, people will say, Sadaqallahul Azim. You've heard that? But you don't have to say that. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't say that after he recited. None of the companions did either. But if you say it, it doesn't mean it's wrong. But just so you know, you don't have to do that. Okay, so what does it mean? Do you know? I think it starts out talking about the believers. They believe in, they say Muhammad is the messenger or something like this. How does it go?
The believers, they believe in Rasulullah and he's the messenger of Allah.
Mm-hmm.
And
what else do they believe in?
they believe in Allah and the angels and the Qur'an.
The books.
Yeah.
And the books and then the prophets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Yawmul Qiyamah?
Yes, and Yawmul Qiyamah.
Okay. But they don't make any kind of distinction between any of the prophets, right?
No.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then there's a dua that comes up after that, right?
ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا.
Okay, now this is talking about the people before us. And we ask Allah, don't put us into the kind of trouble and stuff, don't punish us for forgetting or mistakes like the people before us, yeah? Okay, then what's the next ayah?
ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
And what does that one mean?
That one means, oh Allah, forgive us.
Well, I think this is especially the one when Allah is, we're asking Allah, everything we're saying, Rabbana means our Lord, and we're asking Him for stuff. And in this case, we need Allah's protection, and we're asking Him to give us the success, the tawfiq, the success over because He's our Maulana. So He's our protector, our guide, and so we're asking Him to give us the success or the victory over those who are against us. Those are the kafirin, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Something like that. Now, we want to encourage you guys to go and find out exactly what the meaning is. We have a website that's just exactly for you. It's called recitequran.com. Then when you go to recitequran.com, on the left side of the page, there's a drop-down menu. Click on it and go to chapter 2, then go all the way to the end of it, the last 2 verses. There's the Arabic and the English for you to get the whole thing. And by the way, when we have the next contest for Recite on TV, you want to be part of that, just like Maryam was 2 years ago, and maybe you'll be the next winner, right?
Yes, inshallah.
And we want to encourage them to make their own videos and put them on Recite on TV too, right?
Yes.
Okay, now guys, you heard it right there. Now you want to wrap up your program and we'll put an end to this.
Jazakallahu khairan for watching Quran with Maryam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And whenever I'm on the show, you have to say, and get guided with?
Guide Us TV.
Yeah, I love the way you said that. Until next time, from all of us, Salaam alaikum. And get guided with?
Guide Us TV.
Yeah, Allahu Akbar.